Hello, Roger Bisbee here from the Skill Builder channel. I'm up on the roof. I love being up on the roof, and I've come up to see my good friend just fixing up this chimney. So you made a bit of a flying start here, Paul. You've chased out all the mortar already. How'd you do that?
So used a grinder, run it through the middle of the cement pointing to break that up, chiselled it out with a wood chisel of all things to a depth of about 20 to 25 mil.
This was actually pointed up with sand and cement. I came to look at this last week. What do you feel the problem was? Why did you get rid of it?
On the north side of the chimney, last winter the cement pointing started popping. When there was a frost, out it came, landing in the yard below us. And I thought, I need to do something about that. Did my research and realised that cement pointing over the top of lime traps in the moisture and destroys the structure of the line behind it. So the plan is to use what they call a NHL lime, ready mixed lime.
What's that, a 3.5 one? Or
that would be a 5.
So you're going to go for 5?
Yes.
You have something strong because it's exposed.
That's right. As I say, just mix it up, work my way around.
You say mix it up. Is it a bagged ready mixed product or it's just the lime?
Ready mixed. It's got the sand and everything in it. And it comes, the one I have opted for, it comes, I've chosen a colour so it doesn't shout the colour. So it's a sort of mid-tone colour, and you add a sachet to the mix to get the colour.
Yeah. You've taken the pots off, removed all the flaunching. The pots are in good nick, aren't
Pots
they?
are in perfect condition.
No cracks.
Still.
But there was the flaunching. That was what you had.
That's right.
Because it's fairly strong stuff. It's very, strong sand and cement, but it wasn't basically stuck to anything, I guess, was it? So you're going to get some replacement bricks for around here?
Yep, indeed.
Just put those
Hopefully
back.
some imperial-size bricks to colour match as well, if we're lucky.
When you go to put those pots back on, some of them are spread, aren't they? The bottoms of the pot, sometimes they spread out slightly so they sit on the brickwork.
They did.
But not those ones.
It's all a little bit precarious, to be honest with you. So I'll have to get some slate from somewhere and just create some corner pieces.
Yeah.
Just to support it a little bit better than they were.
All right, so once you've got the slate on there, you can balance the pots up, flaunch around them,
yep.
And then begin the glorious job of repointing. Are you going to leave this bit of brickwork around here?
No, I'm going to take those out and replace the bricks there. Whilst we've got the scaffold up, we might as well.
The reason I'm asking about that is because I know what you're like, and you wouldn't even, even if nobody's going to see it for another 100 years, you're not going to let it go, are you?
No.
Well, look, I'm going to come and see you again when you're doing some actual work.
I'm very slow. So
there's no rush, is there? You've got the scaffolding, nice scaffolding.
Very nice,
Good job. So not only did this chimney need repointing and reflaunching and the pots resetting in there, but it also needed a bit of tying in, because the top of it, as very often happens with chimneys, they get a bit of a lean on. Unusually, this one has kind of leant outwards slightly, and it's partly accompanied with the building. This chimney's gone out by about 15 millimetres probably over the years, which is not horrendous. What we're going to do here, because we got the opportunity, because Paul is a glutton for punishment, we're going to actually stitch it back in. We're going to tie it back in, and he's got some helical ties here from Safeguard Europe, and they pop in. He's bent them around the corner so that they're going to really grab on there, and then they go all the way along and into the existing building. Now, there's various guidelines for this job, so you can, if you're not sure quite what to do, you can look at Safeguard Europe's website, or you can get yourself a structural engineer involved. But basically what he's doing is every fourth course here, he's sticking a tie down all the way down to here, which is where it joins the main building, and you can see that it goes back into more or less normal. In other words, that's the point where it's pivoted from there. So anything above that, I think, is going to do a good job. But also, he wants to shove a few more along the whole length of this wall, because there are certain places where he feels it's slightly bellying out. So he's going to put some helical ties in there over the windows, just tie the whole thing together a bit. The procedure is that you chase out to 35 millimetres, you clean the chases out, get rid of all the dust and everything else, and then you mix up the 2-pack resin, which goes into where the mortar course will be, and then you press the ties into place, and then after that you put a little bit more resin in, but obviously you don't bring it right to the front because you want to point it so that it matches the existing pointing, and then nobody will ever know it's there. It's a great job, but the surveyor's not going to come around and go, oh, that's all been tied in nicely, because they're never going to see it.
I've given all the brickwork up here a good old brush down, just to, you know, provide a good surface. Those are those red bricks. How about that? Those are salts coming through. It's incredible. And I tell you what, they change on a daily basis.
Don't they?
Sometimes they're red, and then you go up the next day and it's all white.
So you've taken out any of the bad bricks.
Yep.
Thoroughly raked it out, repointed it all in lime mortar, took all the caps off the top, all the flaunching off the top, removed the chimney pots, sorted that out, rebuilt it, reflaunched it.
Yep.
And the final bit is this storm dry coating, just to keep any moisture from being absorbed by the chimney, but still allowing it to breathe.
Indeed. Hey, look at that colour coming through there.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.